Right, hello again, hello back, hello, hello. We continue from where we left off, building our big island map, which has been generally logical up until this point, coming that direction. And now I just realized that I started doing stuff here and it's epic chaos. I bumped the transparency of the keyboard map back to 0.8 from 0.6, 80% that is. Because I rewatched the recording and I wasn't quite happy with it. So yeah, if you are not otherwise watching this religiously, we're just trying to connect all the primary industries and towns. Um, and I still don't know what on earth I was doing on this island. Because I've clearly been here, of sorts, and then not. And this will not fit into one episode because islands of this size take a lot of effort. Uh, okay, we need to instantiate changes with the road network. I don't yet know how I want this. How I want to do this. It's not how I want this. I want this badly. So romantic. Romantic, fantastic. No. I know there are shortcuts for this, but it's just so many F keys that I don't even bother keeping track of them. Uh, okay, I'm not going to send the boat up here. There's absolutely no point. Because what I tend to do is send up a boat just so that it kind of cuts across the island. But the problem is by the time this all kind of comes, no, because each grade of a lock takes up 3 um, piles, and it's just stupid. Like it really doesn't fit our purpose. What I could do is do something like mm, so my blum blum is obviously I can't put the dock here, which would be beneficial. It's not going to work either, is it? Hit. Will that lose the docks of war? So hilarious. Like if you actually imagine, I know it's dogs, but no, I want to do 2 things at the same time. Clearly that's not working. Seriously. Submit to my will. Yeah, like if you actually attempt to visualize the docks of war, and probably in ChatGPT, that's very, very simple. But so this kind of exists, except it doesn't. Okay. Things will need doing here badly. So this is why this is not going to fit into one episode. And even this is a stupid idea. Anyway, Dogs of War. Then again, someone had this marvelous idea back in the early 90s to make a computer game out of worms killing each other. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then look up the computer game called Worms, which then had many, many iterations, and they were outstandingly hilarious. To the point that I think Let Loose the Dogs of War may be one of their things. I'm going to have so many problems with this layout. It's obviously not going to work. I'm going to have so many problems. What is this? This is part of the town? This vaguely reminds me of some fake version of the, I think it was in some stupid Christmas movie where Christmas horror, where they basically, I think it was one of Tim Burton's doings, where they had characters dressed up very prettily, but in reality they were like round-headed skeletons and stuff. And I'm going to swear, by the way, but in whichever version, probably not the original one, there was this monologue of, "What the fuck is this? What the fuck is that?" Like, what the fuck are these things? Like, yeah, that's pretty much what's going on here. Mm. Okay, so things that need hooking in the hotel. I'd still have to separate these out. It's really bugging me. At least in terms of name, have stuff separately. I don't know what's going on there. Oh yeah, this was the boat which was doing F-all, I remember. I mean, it's not doing F-all, it's making F-all because it's so close that we're losing money on its existence, which is marvelous. Okay, so that covers the meadows. That covers this town of sorts. The heights cover the hotel. Nothing covers that, and nothing covers this. Okay, well, that's going to cover the metal where, most of all. I think I know the answer. Oh, okay. Okay, we're going to clean up things a little. Shit. Going to clean things up a little less. Hmm. Right. Need to abuse things a little here. I don't want to do that. Because then I can put a boat parking there, aka dock. Hotel in the way. One of us is stupid. Deluded. What the? I have so many questions. Why did I put that there? And now even more questions, including some about my own mental sanity. Okay, town, hotel, meadows, prop rod. We're not going to use this. We'll be using this. Do I have a steel mill? Okay, so we are. Okay. So I said this earlier in the game, there's some bug with the map generation. Like this third of the map just doesn't have steel mills, and I think it's a bug because in the big effing map we have the same problem. However, there's nothing actually stopping us from buying a steel mill. It's not against any rules. Which is precisely what's going to happen. You're joking. So I have 2 of these. No one knows why. Now we don't have 2 of these. What would be nice is to go through here. Okay, there's that. Yeah, I'm sure some would argue that this could be logicked. On supplies, livestock, milk. Could I? Yes, I want them separately, precisely. So we could argue this could be logicked better, but I like it this way. In fact, I don't need any of this. Okay, so we've generally got around most of the island, although improvements could be done. I'm kind of exnate doing this big old mountain. There. No mountain, no problem. The only problem I have is that I think these are owned, I think, wrong. I mean, we've totally gone from one extreme to the other because I remember being very vocal about, oh no, I don't want to upset the balance of nature sort of crap. I was like, yeah, see how that goes. Let's put things back. I mean, this is purely, purely stupid. That is. offers absolutely no benefit. Okay, so which we're not upsetting nature or the towns or anyone. Right. So what I want now is to actually get on with the people part of things. We will need to buy a steel mill. Okay, so there's actually no connection between the islands. There's a lot of no's here. No depots, no connection, no logic. No idea. I think no idea is the biggest issue. Right, let's take this. Make sure that Vivelberg is part of things. So that's being used, which is great because I don't need to bother with it again. This is not being used. This is totally not being used. Okay, that is kind of fine. Don't think we need that many, but okay. Clone one more. I want this, this. Casually did not put anything here. Casually, very bad planning. Why? So we start there, come here. Ah, hold on. Who's snagging me? Bitcoin 64K. I've sold all of mine. Not that I had a lot. I mean, I didn't have one before anyone asks. It's just that I didn't have a lot of a fraction of one. I can lose money efficiently other ways. Other ways and otherwise. Mm. Okay, I want to make change. Can I do that? Yes. Bad for you guys. So, King had Puddlewood. We don't actually need to stop here. We want to stop there. And then go back. Okay, I don't want more. Clone one. Go away. The funny thing is, I can do this. It's going to look a lot prettier. They still hate me. Probably. Doesn't matter. Okay. So you. Let's stick to Puddlewood. be Teddywick stores early. Go away. Because then we can do Rickety Wig. This. No, we don't want to stop at the meadows. That's totally pointless. There's a passenger boat. Kind of see why I did that though. I mean, there appear to be gaps. More gaps than I would like. Okay, Pixie something something. Just to connect into stuff. Okay. That's a pit. I still don't care. Good. Think. Is this being? No. And we'll kind of come back at the end in Village. Fine. Pixie Village. And Blubberwell is totally missing out. Yeah, F it. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, so this is not being dealt with, which means we need to come here. That's not yet being dealt with because it's not yet relevant. That is. I am happy to bet money that we forgot something. No idea. Okay, well, one thing, I mean, we will figure it out at the end. One thing we definitely need is a boat that connects Sulky Will, or whatever the hell that is, and pretty much this. Okay. Let's assume for a moment that we did not. I was about to say did not F up, but I'm not convinced. Okay, that looks superficially better. Hit town. Okay, let's look at hotels. Go away because it's already a bit too busy here. Okay, there's a boat coming here. We just not picked it up. I kind of remember that one. Yeah, there's a boat. Yep. 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 Shocking. Yeah, this one. Yeah, but this one's a bit special. is the Shibu pool. Pit dog, pit dog, pit. There. Okay, close enough. Right. So bubble page is included. Okay. Next stop is plopping the. Okay. Are there any? We don't have any coal mines here. We know that we don't have scrap, so we have 3 scrap yards. No iron mines. I certainly don't know what to do with this. I've done a very bad job. I haven't even bothered with these. And I have. Mm, in which case, change of plan. We are not going to bother with you. Instead, clone one of these. And okay, I don't know where that is. Where is it? Off. You're joking. Okay. Right. Never mind. I mean, the idea stays, but I want a bigger one because otherwise, you should use a different mouse. Yeah, just pick one of these. Okay, let's have a look at this stuff, right? 300 tons, 200 tons, 200 tons. I don't know why I'm doing this, okay? This is some 810. Hold on. Scrap. Yeah, I'm doing this because there's no other. That's kind of the answer. I'm going to, yeah, stick to that large thing. I don't want to make a new one because then I have to put it in here, which probably would have been easier by this point, but fuck, never mind. Yeah, definitely would have been easier. Okay, fine. So, boneyard. Other boneyard. Third boneyard. Then go off here. Okay, that's going to take forever to kick in. Okay, let me think. Let me think. I mean, I know that there's foodie stuff. We have pit. We have an absolute shitload of pits, actually. My brain just stopped functioning, which is not helping. We need a port. Okay, let's clean up this mess. Port. Good. We have 2 ports. And while I need to utilize both of them to take stuff off, I'm under no obligation to take stuff in. It's 152 by default, and this is 224 by default. So the obvious choice is going to be this. Yeah, there's like some weird map gen issue where if you look at like no steel mills here, no coal mines, no iron mines, and this was exactly the same on the big map. I mean, to some extent it makes my life easier, but in reality it's really annoying. Because, like, I have a bunch of ports here, and obviously I can't build a coal mine. I can send it all to the clay bits and then something. Okay, why don't we do that? Stupid AF. They're not going to get goods, they're going to get food. They could get goods later, because for some weird reason, I'm not bothering with glass yet. I don't know why I always keep saying that's going to be the last one. We have half an hour. So, let's do this. Okay. I'm actually curious. So if I okay, ships. Let's assume I'm not going to need this. It's probably a stupid idea, but fine. Oh, I really need medium clay. Okay, at the end of that turns fine. Okay. Clone one of these. Clay, clay. That was the easy part. So just for my own calculation, David, we said we have many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not going to bother with that just yet. 7. Okay. Maybe not the best idea to clone it from here. I mean, they're pretty slow heights. Boneyard. Boneyard is being used weirdly enough. I will need to reevaluate some of this. Now, you are not going to pick up anything from there. Okay. 216. Right. Pit. Shiverpool. That should easily be an English town. Okay, we're getting kind of far out enough that even though this is smaller, but 180. Actually, it's just going to take ages to kick in, but that kind of covers both. I don't need to. The bit crappy anyway. 180 and 144. I will just do exactly the same here. No, I don't want that. Okay, I like that. And then just make a few of them. Fine. So, what I'm curious about, and this has been on my mind a while, is that this just requires 600 counts of, yes, just requires 600 counts of units. It doesn't actually care what. So what we'll do, we need the engineering supplies to go back out. Um, okay, clone me that. Being Kiwig. I actually find these town names a lot more entertaining. I don't quite know why in the other map, why I picked Crazy, which is massively non-PC stuff, to the point that some of it bugs me. Like, yeah, I'm very sarcastic and liberal and dry humor and all that sort of stuff. But those are actually just not funny. These ones are. But I'm pretty sure that the other boats, not that, not that, not this. Okay, come on. You're joking me. This does not need to come here. So, pin. I'm pretty sure I have not sent anything here. Correct. Make 3 because it's for. I mean, we're obviously not going to be generating that many, many engineering supplies. Okay. So that sorts this. What is that? Okay, don't care. We'll throw the fish in a bit. So next is getting food in here. Which could actually be partially done through fish. What? I did not want a screenshot. Okay, where the hell did you put the screenshot? I have a crash log from some other time. Screenshot. Go away. I don't want either of you. Yeah, I actually had this open for like days, and at some point it just said, and that was it. Crashed the whole thing. Don't know why. Okay, so fish metacart. I'm just going to take fish from some of these. Pretty sure I don't need that. Give me a fish boat computer. 72. It's pretty rubbish, but what I want is to hook in 1, 2, 3, and then separately those. So 72, 50 odd, 100 odd. Okay, we shall do medium. I wanna at 2, but I want to make sure that there are docks. Oh, there was one. There's one. You know what? Never mind. I'm just going to send it here. And what we'll do is here get you get a sibling. You get a clone, which then gets cloned on here because I'm a total idiot. And we did not have a. Yeah, okay, we didn't have any sort of a fish place here. Fine. Fishy, 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 fishy. Just give it a few more because it's a bit farther out. Okay, so that takes care of some of the food. Then I want food medium. I still really don't like these old boats. Maybe I'm deluded, but I would have thought that come mid-80s, we would have better ones. Which is also kind of funny because I'm pretty sure that we're not really going to get more boats apart from possibly one more. I think I'm going to leave this running, but what was it? OTTD, squid, 8 ship, squid, 8 fish, whatever. So the last one, Mas Palomas freighter, 1985, large coaster freighter. That was, or will be, because I don't think I've seen the Mas Palomas. Or the last one, which will be any moment now, and then no more. Okay. What's going on here? They're gung-hoing. I am thinking. So there's a sand. It's dredging site, isn't it? It's no dredging site anywhere near here. Right. Yeah, there is. I'm just, well, kind of. I'm just thinking how to get goods in here. I mean, yeah. Okay, let us focus on the more obvious ones, which is dairy, 2 count, dairy farm, 5 count, Stockyard. Many count. I'm thinking can't put the dairies and the stockyards together because this is a slightly long distance, lengthy. But I still kind of want to have things here. Yeah. Which is probably the least painful. No, I don't want a term. That was not that much of a great idea because I need a 2 cell item space. Thingamajig here. Well, there you go. Bolted. So again, going in totally reverse order because that's fun. Grab a food. Yeah, it's the thing. Like, there's a glassworks here. Yeah. I want a food boat. Food M. Though the food M. So what I want is stop there, and then take it out here. Okay. And then I need something about cows. Actually, some of these could be bumped. Very obviously. You do have a replacement pending. Good. Should probably be bumped down. Okay. It's not what I kind of care about at the moment. Livestock am losing money. Great. Good work, good work. Now give me a moo boat. So we said dairy farms. Which was the meadows. Meadow. So weird that the boats are stopped, the passenger boats are coming to the horse market, but saw that. Okay, I don't care about this so much. Shit. Hey, you know what? I'm always kind of sitting on the depends about merging these together. Why shouldn't I? Like I know I earlier said, oh great, they were separate, and like actually, like, what's the actual benefit? Which is nothing. So what we'll do is get those going, and after much consideration, the liberation and other activities, I shall merge these two to a third one. Just not yet sure how precisely. Okay, everyone go away. So what we'll do, I don't think I can do this while paused, but we'll try. Yep. Yep. Okay, fine. So I don't want this. This is not particularly great actually because, well, it's a little, um, that's one thing. Go away. Yeah. This is continuously bad. Okay, you go wherever. Move that out. So if I do this, it's a bit less bad, possibly. Still a little convoluted. I mean, does that road need to be there specifically? And I say, nay. Oh, shut up. Nope, I want this. Okay, now it's a little less bad for our purposes. Good. Okay, so we've sorted out the cows, but we've not sorted out the milk. The milk is going to be next episode, along with the alcohol. Right. Um, Fine. Progress. We have a lot of engineering supplies. We'll do something with that. Just box my OCD. Okay, I shall cut the episode here because we are 56 minutes. So thank you for watching, as always. And yeah. Any comments, thoughts, interactions, whatnot, let me know, please. And I shall hopefully see you next time. Until then, bye bye.